Vanakkam. On behalf of 45,000 plus chartered accountants and 2,75,000 plus chartered accountancy students, I deem it as a privilege to welcome each and every one of you for this meeting with Swamiji. This particular meeting, the youth empowerment leads to India's enrichment by itself, is the topic which is going to be the attraction with reference to the way in which it is going to be dealt with by our Swamiji. An introduction about Swamiji itself will know how much he is attached towards this particular topic. Swami Mitrananda is the Acharya of Chinmaya Mission, Chennai, and Director of All India Chinmaya Yuva Kendra, the global youth wing of Chinmaya Mission. Inspired by the truth of which his master, His Holiness Swami Chinmayananda, stood rooted, he took up the study of ancient Hindu philosophy at Sandeepani Sandhyalaya in Mumbai in 1989. He has dedicated his life to the service of humanity and travels all over India and Southeast Asia, conveying the profound Vedantic truth with appealing logic and clarity. Swami Mitrananda has a huge youth following, largely because of the innovative methodologies he adopts in making the ancient wisdom of Hinduism extraordinarily appealing to the rational and the adventure-seeking youth minds. Swami Mitrananda has traveled to many countries, United Kingdom, Turkey, Indonesia, Philippines, Singapore, Hong Kong, China, Dubai, etc., to spread the message of Hinduism and Vedanta. He has delivered management-related talks in various leading corporate houses of India, such as Hyundai Motors, Polaris Industries, TVS Groups, etc., and has also addressed students of leading business schools in India, such as Symbiosis. He represented India at the Global Forum of Faith-Based Organization for Population and Development, organized by UNFPA in Turkey in October 2008. He is with us once again due to the demand from the chartered accountants after hearing his speech at the Metro Conference of 2012. I present before you Swami Mitrananda.
My salutations to everyone present here. Pranams. Youth empowerment, which leads to enrichment of the nation. Am I audible? Yeah, thank you. How do you define youth? Difficult? How do you define? Who's a youth? Youth is an youngster. Who's an youngster? Who's not old. Not aged young person.
In terms of physical ability, in age, in mental things, by alertness.
By alertness. Mindset. Huh? Vibration would be there. Young at heart.
Who respect the elders.
Who respect the elders. Okay. Thank you, thank you. There's no life membership in youth club. Do you know that? We have Chinmaya Yuva Kendra, and there's no life membership there. You're there for a while as a youth. Okay. I'll give you a definition which Indians thought was the best definition for youth. And this is from Taittiriya Upanishad. Taittiriya Upanishad is one of the ancient texts upon the earth. These are the most old ancient books available on earth. The last portion of the Vedas, are called Upanishads, and they are the most ancient books. So in an Upanishad called Taittiriya Upanishad, youth is defined. Who is a youth? The Rishi says, Yuva sadhu yuva. Who is a youth? Young and sadhu, noble. And who is full of aspiration, ashishtaha. And full of determination, dridam. And balishtaha, strength, strong. Full of aspiration, full of determination, and full of strength. He is called sadhu yuva, noble youth. And who can have the ability to generate wealth in the world. I'm talking about Taittiriya Upanishad, few thousand years ago. The Rishi says, who is a youth? He says, youth is a person who is young and noble, who is full of aspiration, full of determination, and full of strength. And who can generate wealth in the world. According to Taittiriya Upanishad, this is the definition for youth. It's a very beautiful definition. In parenting, if we have to bring up youngsters, or in mentoring, we have to bring up youngsters, please remember this. One must be sadhu yuva, young and noble. Sadhu means noble. Sadhu means good. That word has gone a very long journey, and today sadhu means somebody in one kind of a color which they wear. No, that's not what it is. Sadhu means noble. And since it has been attached to a particular attire and a way of life some people live, and we find someone doing good work, and so we say he's a good sadhu. You understand? He's a good sadhu. Sadhu itself means good. Sadhu itself means noble. He's good. No. Because we see varieties. Therefore, such a. Why the sound is coming out? Checking.
Just like that.
Checking.
Yeah, it will go.
Okay, fine.
You get into the.
So one who is young, audible, sir? Young and noble. So one must be noble, good, positive. So a youngster who is young, noble, positive in life. Now this can be created, cultivated. We can create a positive thinking. It can be cultivated. It is not something that very few people are born to think positive. Thinking positive can be made as a habit. It can be cultivated by everybody. It is only the change of thinking pattern. Thoughts have to be changed. You and I are what we are today because of our thoughts. As the thoughts, so the person. Someone entertains guilty thoughts for a very long time. Now, how do we determine that person? Guilty. Someone entertains negative thinking for a long time. Then how do we define that person? Negative. As the thoughts, so the person. And as you think, so shall you become. Ya matihi sa gatihi. As the thoughts, so the destination. So nobility is something which we can generate, we can cultivate, changing the thoughts. So start with positive thinking. There would be failures. And failures, actually, if you understand well, failures makes a person very strong. Success does not make a person strong. Success is a joy you live in. Failure is a pain. There is depth in it. You have seen the depth of pain. That can make a person strong. It's how you see. You have seen a failure, you have suffered something, you have seen a roadblock, an obstacle. It hurts you. Yes, there is pain. It is deeper, it is stronger. One can take up. So we need, a youth is defined this way, according to Taittiriya Upanishad. Sadhu yuvat, ashishto, dridishto, balishtaha. Full of aspiration, full of determination, full of strength. This is a person called youth. And with that, he should be in a position to generate wealth, cultivate wealth, prosperity. All three must be used for the well-being of everyone. Prosperity. So this is how the Upanishad defines youth. And what I told you was a definition for youth given by the rishis, which can go back beyond Saraswati civilization. That would be before the Saraswati river got dried up. Much before that, in India, the Upanishadic culture was there. So you can easily say this particular definition, which I told you today, could be 20,000 years old, 25,000 years old, before Saraswati river civilization. So that ancient land, and this is the definition, and today also you can't improve upon it. Such a perfect definition. Who is a youth? Young and noble, full of aspiration, determination and strength. Who can generate prosperity? He is called youth. Now this kind of youngsters is what we need to inspire, cultivate, and this we can do. I'm sure many of you would be mentors because people come to you to study, learn, etc. Inspire them in these directions. Then we can do. If this way we empower a person full of aspiration, full of determination, full of strength, this is empowerment. A person is empowered to aspire, empowered to be determined to achieve the goal. And obstacles will come, be strong to face it. If one is empowered this way, when an individual gets empowered, around him you will find enrichment. The more individuals we empower this way, more enrichment we will see. So enrichment outside, if we have to see, empowerment has to happen inside. What happens inside will reflect outside. Inside, we make people empowered with aspiration, determination, and strength. The effect of that would be enrichment outside. Many people have been attempting, and we have also been doing. We do a program, where we train. We do this kind of a program where we train youngsters for 75 days. Residential training, and then we make them serve for 1 year. That's what you heard in the introduction as youth empowerment program. More than 500 youngsters we have created who can go around and try. They improve and they try to change things around them slowly. So something like this we need to do, and more people have to be inspired to do this. So I request you that in and through your contacts, the youngsters you come across, inspire them in these ideals. The definition of yuva. Who is a yuva? Full of aspiration, determination, and strength. If in parenting and mentoring, if we can create youngsters this way, certainly we would be enriched.
Thank you, sir.